mad because Big U wasn't fucking with her because her mama went on Facebook and said something about he the one killed Nipsey, which is a total lie. He ain't had nothing to do with that. So he stopped fucking with her on something. And then she sends me this clip talking about this nigga worked with the police whack. I bet you didn't know this was going on with him. Bet you didn't know this was on YouTube on the nigga. And sent me some shit. I never said nothing about the shit. And she sent me this clip. So since you want to play, fuck it, let's put it all out there on the table. Where this shit at?
I keep telling them when that pot get hot, that
This is
motherfucker
bad,
burns.
bad. This
She
ain't
opened
good either.
Pandora's
Hey,
box.
they think that water don't be hot. They better start playing. That shit boils and it burns.
Yeah,
Hey,
about to
Wack,
eat
you
Alpha
know I
Tea and
got a
Ramadan
question
is
for you.
over.
Yeah.
What do it take with you for a nigga not to, like, let's say, I'm sure it's a hell of shit you gonna take to your grave, right?
We need to hit 500.
The only thing I'm taking to my grave is what's send niggas to the penitentiary. Other than that, nigga, mine's is on the floor.
Open book.
Other than that, mine's on the floor.
477. We need to get that bitch to
Now
500.
where this shit
Keep
at?
this shit going.
I guess that makes sense looking at the situation.
Yeah, ain't no, bro. I don't give a fuck, nigga. It's what it
That's a
is.
fact.
481. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. 500.
Send me this shit. Where that shit go?
Yeah, when I get me a bulletproof car, I start posting my pictures, boy. I definitely need
You don't
one,
need no
Wack.
bulletproof car.
Okay.
Nigga, stand on what
I
you
said
do.
the
I
fuck?
yeah, you just
What
need
I
heart,
say, nigga?
nigga.
I live in
What the
Chicago.
fuck?
What?
Nigga,
Sylvester
you
about
gotta
to get
Heart.
stand
the
on what it
bulletproof
is.
potato truck.
Nigga, I don't know where y'all stay. I live in Chicago. I'm talking about shit.
The fuck?
I had I had a nigga.
500.
Hey,
Well,
it ain't shit
congratulations,
wrong
homie.
with having a bulletproof car.
Five
It ain't.
hundo. Let's go.
Nigga, what you
Oh
gonna do when you
boy.
step out that car and they waiting on a nigga?
I
Yeah, I
mean, I
mean,
know
you
what to
know.
do with
Nigga,
it, but I'm just saying,
right.
Negative,
Creep, we
negative.
know better. Creep, come on
Change
now,
the
nigga.
narrative.
Hold on.
You know how
Yeah,
I
this
am.
shit. Hold
Not
on,
to
where
jump
this shit
in, but
at?
I be
like,
on
them
your
be some
ass.
Hey,
good
Jules, your PTR is
questions.
Oh
fire.
What are
God.
you what are you gonna do when they
Thank
come up and
you.
shoot
People
you?
sent
Come
me.
on now.
I shared
Hey,
that
listen,
bitch about a
no,
hundred
none of
times,
that
nigga.
shit.
Y'all
Ain't
better
none of
follow
that
me.
shit. Yo, go ahead on send that to A Rod. This
Guaranteed.
is what Keita
All right.
Hey, Creep, what did it
Let's
do?
see.
was
What did it
crazy
do, homie?
because she calls me and
What
tells
up?
me, right? She calls me and tells me they got your name tied to this shit. I say, what shit? She say, this nigga Big U, he be running around there acting like he doing the game prevention, but he working directly with the police. I said, fuck you mean he working? I know he got developing options and he be running around there, covering up graffiti and keeping shit from going on. Nah, you ain't understanding this bitch ass nigga. This nigga always want to turn on me and all this shit and want to go crazy on me. Don't want to answer my calls and shit. This bitch ass nigga, this nigga since clip, they breaking out Big U contracts, paperwork, his signature, saying he got to turn in information to the 77 precinct police department. He got to take meetings with them. He got to tell them what gang activity going on, all that shit. She said they try to tie your name to it for clickbait. And the bitch Ben ran me that. So at the end of the day, fuck it, Keita. Wack ain't got no skeletons. Well, let's just put it all on the floor.
But we know she a liar, so you know that ain't true.
Yo, have A Rod play that shit. It's the
All right.
narrative she been pushing, but then she on the phone last night with Big U. That's crazy. So I can play it to the thing, and then
All
you
right, for
can
sure.
pin it
Here it
up
comes,
top
Josh.
because it's real paperwork though. Like I never even knew it was that deep. I just thought niggas was, I ain't, they can break down the money niggas paying niggas 550,000 a year and
Hey,
I,
Josh.
yeah, play it.
Josh, you there?
Yeah.
Can you play the audio?
Shit, is it on YouTube?
Yeah,
Yeah, I just sent it
yeah,
to you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to play it through my speakers, but I'll play it for you guys. Give me 1 minute.
All right, for sure.
He gotta cut it out. Cut it out.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
remember. I
listen,
remember she lied on bro in that sleepers room that day, man. I forgot who was it, B Mac or Brandon, one of them. And then homie was like, put the and She kept backpedaling, you know what I'm saying? Blatantly like loud on homie on the stage. I knew some shit was up with her when I seen that shit that happened that day, man. What?
Yeah, she did lie on me. That's that
Oh,
cocaine. That's them drugs
Did
that she
she be
doing.
mad? What she lied
oh
on you
yeah,
about?
yeah, homie in the room
Yeah,
right now.
remember when
Yeah, you
she?
remember?
Remember when we was in the room that day and she was like, "Oh, it's somebody in Sleepless. I don't want to say the name, but they told me to start a fake beef between Sleepless and Crenshaw to get it going." Remember that day?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yep,
yeah, that
yep.
shit that didn't even make sense.
Not
Exactly.
not
Like
her,
I'm sitting
Brandon.
there, trying to put the rooms together. Back when you came on
Yeah.
this motherfucker, we was trying to put it together. So how does that even make sense that I'm trying to start a beef between it? That bitch is weird. She do
Man,
drugs.
my bad. I was on a phone call, but Brandon, if I really exposed my hand on her, it'd be a wrap.
Do it.
You know Will
Man,
got
Will.
some dirt.
Nah, Will was the main one trying
You
to put
know
the two of them
Will.
back together.
Mm-hmm.
Will was trying to. We was all trying to put them back together.
Exactly.
Nigga, I got into it with all y'all behind when we was trying to merge them, and y'all didn't want Miss Chance back over there. I didn't know why.
I
Like, but
remember.
yeah, remember that when I had to tell
Hmm.
Rocky? I said, Rocky, I was the right call. You stood on your square. I told the nigga you was right on that. Yeah, he like, you just don't know. I'm trying to tell you something behind it. It's the reason why she want all. She want to
And
try to
they
get it.
was B Mac, remember when they was trying to do something. What they try to do with Sleepless? Take
The
the
domain
what
I
was
name.
had
it with?
I had to go back and get
The
it.
admin that, yeah. And
I had to
and
go
shit.
back and get it.
And somebody was on a burner and heard all that shit and they tried to lie, she tried to lie about that.
I had to go and get it. Yeah, I had to go back and get it. They took it. Sleepers was
Yeah, they
gone.
took the wrong. They
I had
took
to
the
go
whole
back and get it.
wrong.
And then
Mm-hmm.
she told the lady, fuck that. Don't give it to Rocky, give it to Wack. So when she get on the phone with me, she like, yeah, I'm the one behind this shit. And this, that. But we gonna give it to you. I say, yo, Keita, you gonna mind your business. You gonna put it back in Rocky name. Nah, fuck that. That nigga need to know who. I say, Keita, stay your ass in the crunch. I told the lady, and I told her some other shit because I had to persuade her a little different because she in the music business and like, hey, you can do it your way and I'm gonna do this, or you can put that shit back in Rocky name. She like, what Keita wants in the yo name. I said, fuck what Keita want. I'm telling you, put the fucking room in Rocky name.
The same person that you wanted me to hide you from, destroy your digital footprint, your address, and all that. You let him back into your house because you had me do it in the first place because of domestic
Uh-oh,
violence.
see, there it go. There it go. Paying this nigga 550,000 a year. He wasn't giving me none of that shit. Gas money every now and then. And this thing gonna have the nerve to go off on me behind my mama posted something on him on Facebook. This nigga right here ain't right and all this shit. So, you know, Big you will hear about it since you want to play both sides. One thing Big you know is you go to fucking with Wack and he open his mouth, he gonna open his mouth with what's real. So there it go right there. Keita.
Hey, motherfuckers in the chat said whack right sometimes. Dude be right all down there all the time, man. Y'all don't think whack gonna
He
bring
be
shit
right when
unless
he
he
got
got
facts
proof.
to back it up.
I
Oh,
don't
bro.
I don't
Unless he
I
got some
don't
proof, he ain't gonna speak on that shit.
I ain't gonna even speak on it. Like, well, so what? You talking about, yeah, you talked to Kanye. So what? I told you I talked to Kanye. Oh, Rocky, she's saying Sleepless leaked the sex tape
Yeah.
on the Sleepless IG. Bitch, that is a clip that I put up showing that Kim Kardashian acknowledging it's a second sex tape. What is she talking about?
She still
Like, remember the
using.
one you put up?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
She
I
talking
heard it
about
was
that's a sex
horrible.
tape. That ain't no goddamn. That's a clip of them on the jet. What are you
It's
talking
still
about?
up, so you could see.
It's still
It's
up. Like,
still
what are
up.
you talking about?
Mhm.
Play, Jess.
All right, I started it at 4:10. That's what Rick
Cool. Yeah,
told me to start it at.
This what Keita sent me on Big U when she got mad about him not talking to her behind what her mama put up on Facebook about him and Nipsey when she said, fuck the nigga and this nigga wasn't paying me none of this money. He working with the police direct. This nigga the police, what else he telling them and all this crazy shit. Here's Keita, since we talk about it, let's talk about it. Go ahead on. Let's go. But check this out.
GRYD. It stands for Gang Reduction and Youth Development. I'm about to show you some documents, and I'm about to show you contracts, and I'm about to show you these contracts is dealing with Big U. His real name is Eugene Henley. They're dealing with developing options, and you're about to see what's going on. You're about to see why Big U is arrogant, why he keep his chest pumped up. Him and Wack. And Wack know everything I'm about to say, everything I'm about to show you. Wack know. He know. See, he backed up by every major city official in LA. Yes, yes, yes. Check this out. And Hassan Campbell, he did the right thing by recording him. He did the right thing because if he wouldn't have recorded him and he just put it out there, guess what? Guess what would have happened? He would have denied all of that. And he would have got into an argument and kept going and going and going. But he got set out there. So ain't no argument. You said what you said. Now the world hear it. And now the world finna see this. Check this out. This document right here, City of Los Angeles. You see what it say? Gang reduction. See what it say? And y'all can go, blow it up, go back and read it or whatever. It say City of Los Angeles. It comes from the Grid book. And these is documents from Big U's contract with his organization, Developing Options. It's the Gang Reduction and Youth Development Contract. He's the contractor. The contractor, Developing Options. This is what it says. The title, Gang Reduction and Youth Development. Said agreement is number C-126488. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. And then you see, this is just, I didn't put everything in there. There's like 200-300 pages. These are some of the, table of contents and everything. You got the contract summary sheet that was dated October 15th, 2015. The contract number is on there again, C-126488. I know y'all like, where are you going with this? You see the total amount, $555,000 for Developing Options, the contractor. Big U is the CEO of Developing Options. Developing Options contractor will provide gang intervention services in the 77th grid zone. That's the 77th precinct, LAPD, the police department. Okay, here's something else that I want you to see. Chapter 2, Incident Response. It says Section 1, CIW, Incident Response Protocol. CIW is Contracted Intervention Worker. It states contractor, I already told you who that is, should provide 24-hour, 7-day-a-week incident response coverage for their contracted grid zone or secondary area zone. Okay, watch this. Contractor shall assign on-call CIWs on a monthly schedule and outline their assignments in the community engagement plan. CIWs shall have agency-assigned cell phones to ensure prompt response to incidents. Yeah. Check this out. Within 30 minutes of notification of an incident of violence, via RACR, law enforcement, grid office, community members, CIW will self-deploy in an effort to decrease community tension, reduce the probability of retaliation, engage the involved gangs and crews, and assist affected families and community members. It says the contractor shall contact grid office staff within 30 minutes of incident notification and exchange information to further develop their preliminary plan of action. Grid office staff will connect with law enforcement and collect the following initial information: incident date and time, incident location, address, grid zone, division, victim's information, name, age, ethnicity, suspected affiliations, victim's location, hospital, crime scene, law enforcement contact. Contact law enforcement when necessary to confirm incident details. This is the part that's encased in the red. Yes. Yes. This is what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? This is what Big U is doing. This is what he's doing. He's a big snake. A big snake. And then you have more documents. More documents. More documents. More documents. And you see where it say LAPD grid partnership. Says LAPD grid partnership meetings will serve to convene the grid intervention contractor. You already know who the contractor is. I told you that. I showed you that. Gonna show you again too. It says grid office staff shall schedule secure location. What you need a secure location for? Send meeting reminders and facilitate the meetings. Grid contractors should ensure attendance by supervisory and other relevant staff. Yes, other relevant staff. Law enforcement command officers, captain, lieutenant, and or sergeant shall attend. Partners are to ensure the confidentiality of items discussed. Why are they keeping this confidential? The meeting should serve to further enhance the communication and trust and collaboration between partners. This dude is a partner with the LAPD, the same people he be talking about. He throwing up neighborhood. He talking about he this and he that, but he partners with the LAPD. Yeah, I guess Wack 100 wasn't lying when he said Big U is one of the biggest snakes, one of the biggest kind of snakes you can find. He right along with him. Oh. Section 2 is talking about the triangle protocol. The relational triangle is comprised of three entities: community intervention workers, which is the CIWs, law enforcement personnel, when we start working with police, and grid office staff, which respond simultaneously to gang-related incidents of violence. And the way they find out is what I just read you. From the CIWs, they have to report. I read that to you. It's in the handbook, the grid handbook. The relational triangle combines the assessment and implementation of strategies by intervention contractors, the investigative and targeted suppression strategies of law enforcement, and the access to services and community organizing principles of grid office staff. Man. Now check this out. That's the pyramid. Grid, intervention, law enforcement. See what I'm saying? The protocol shall be exercised in all aspects of the intervention work, including but not limited to providing critical information to victims' families and community members, linking victims and their families to victim assistance programs, sharing funeral services, dates with partners, identifying hot spots, and developing peacemaking agreements. Yeah, they got to throw
Oh
all
my
kind of
God.
stuff in there. Make it look real good. This dude worked for the 77th Police Department. Check this out, though. It says gang reduction and youth development Intervention agencies that are contracted with the City of Los Angeles Mayor's Office of Gang Reduction and Youth Development shall comply with this scope of work and the accompanied Grid Intervention Services Handbook Attachment 4. Failure to comply with this requirement will result in non-compliance and may jeopardize your contractual relationship with the City of Los Angeles. See, he's in a contract with all them. And he has to provide information for all of them. What's ever going on in the neighborhood. Shootings, killings, whatever. Yeah. It says scope of services. Check this out. Incidents response. Contractor shall conduct 24-hour incidents response coverage in and around the grid zone in an effort to reduce gang violence or other violent crimes as determined by the grid office. It's a lot of things that it say. Contractor shall maintain the triangle protocol with the Los Angeles Police Department, LAPD, and the
That's what
grid
Keita
office
was
as
talking about.
described in the Grid Intervention Services Handbook. Ask him about that and see what he say. Ask him. Yeah, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. And look at this. This is contract summary sheet. This was dated back in 2017. I guess he started off in 2015. This is from the Mayor's Office of Public Safety. Contact person Eve Ledoux. Contract number C-126488. Yes, for developing options. Contractor name. Total amount $555,000 plus $460,000 equals $1,015,000. This is what's on that contract. This amendment increases the contractor's original budget by $460,000. So that means he did a good job. You know, he gave him a lot of information. You know, and as you can see right here, you have Eric Garcetti, the mayor. He's on there. Christopher Lee, deputy city attorney. You know, and whose name do you see? Eugene Henley. He signed it and he printed it, and he's the CEO. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure did. Yes, sir. That ain't all though. That ain't all though. I'm gonna show you something else too. It says key points. Document active gangs affecting the zone. So that means whatever gangs is in that zone, in the 77th Division grid zone, he has to document that. The active gangs, things that's going on. Identify, develop, and implement strategies to engage active gangs. This ain't nothing but modern day COINTELPRO. Agent provocateur. We'll let you have developing options. We'll give you all this money. In return, you have to do this. It's always them ones. Always them ones. They always use them ones. Identify CIW gang engagement assignments. Document the license to operate of each CIW in respect to the gangs affecting the zone. They have many people. Man, this is in his contracts though. This is from the grid handbook. But it's all disguised up under we doing community activism. We making sure the kids is safe and we curtailing violence in the neighborhood. No, you giving intel to the police. The Black Panthers never worked with the police. All the community activists, I know the real ones, they don't work with the police. Unless they really is something really detrimental, and then everybody know what's going on. All this stuff I read you and this confidentiality, nah, that don't be going on. Don't none of that go on at all. They give them telephones so they can get in contact with them. Yes, all of that. It's 300 something pages of this. 300 something pages of this, man. My gosh. Wow. You see these contracts, you see all of this, see how he was funded from the 77th, from the mayor's office, 555,000, July 1st, 2018 to June 30th, 2019. Mm-hmm. July 1st, 2019 to June 30th, 2020. It goes all the way to June 30th, 2022. We ain't even hit June yet. So, it's been going on since 2015 that I know of, all the way up until now. You know, man. And whose name should you see? Eugene Henley, again, on the contracts, along with the mayors and all of them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is crazy, man. This is very crazy. This dude is working with the police, giving them information on gang members, on shootings, on everything what happened. You can read this stuff yourself. This is in his contract. This is crazy. This is super crazy. But this is why he stick his chest out, because like I said, he's backed by every major city official in LA. He's backed by the police department, the LAPD, the same people he talk about when he doing them interviews. Y'all notice he did them interviews, right? He ain't never mentioned this in them interviews. He tell you about developing options. Ask him about this in the interview. Ask him about this part.
Damn, why would Keita want to expose him for that? Why did she even tell you that?
She
Right.
got mad at the nigga because he wasn't talking to her and all this kind of crazy shit. And she got mad. You know what I'm saying? Talking about this nigga, this. I found out this. Remember, she said she used to work in his office. This nigga was getting all this money, didn't give me nothing but gas money and all this crazy shit. She got mad. I didn't know none of that shit. I knew he had developing options, but nigga, I didn't know nothing about all that shit. You know what I'm like? I didn't know nothing. I had never known nothing about no shit like that.
Yeah, for
She
that to
got.
be your uncle, you think she wouldn't had did no
I
shit
was her
like that?
uncle
That's
too, though, right?
yeah, yeah.
Nigga, that ain't no blood with no DNA bonding right there, bro. That's just words she said. I was her uncle too.
And I was
So
her
she,
brother.
yeah, Rocky was her brother. She gave out his address. So that's what it is with her, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's Keita. There you have it. There you have it. You know what's crazy about it was this, right? She said, didn't somebody say she said she talked to Big U, and Big U said, yeah, go ahead on and speak your truth. All right, well, fuck you, Big U. I'm letting her speak your truth too, my nigga. Since that's the game we playing. Cause Wack ain't got nothing to hide, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Ain't nothing I did, nigga. As they say, dishonorable. But there you go. Get back on the phone with a Big U. Holla at her, my nigga.
Da 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 da. Damn. Yeah, that was a whole lot to intake. God.